Well, friends, neighbors, subscribers, whoever you may be, it's home. Dad's old 79 brown and tan Ford. Oh man, you know, I remember riding around in this truck as a little kid, and I was, God, probably the last time I rode in it I was 6 or 7. And I always loved the way it sounded. And you know, it was just, it was a cool truck. It's 79 F-250 actually, not a 350 as you would think. It's only a 3/4 ton. I can't get in there to show you. Well, maybe I can. Let's see here. You can see between the wheels. But anyhow, that is the wheels that they put on these dually conversions, and this was done by the Oball Ford dealership in Staunton, Virginia. Originally this truck came with 3 different sets of wheels on it, and it still has 3 different sets of wheels on it, but at one point or another Dad put the 1-ton front hubs on it and the Bud wheels. But yep, F-250 custom. I can't get that door open right now, so I'll get around to the other one, show you inside. But yeah, and I mean it needs a lot of TLC. I mean, as you can see, it took a pretty hard hit on the front end, and yeah. But the last I remember of this truck was when Dad sold it when him and Mom got divorced, and that was in 98, 99. He sold it to the next door neighbor from the house where I grew up, and you know, it's been all this time in his possession, and the man passed away about a year or so ago, I believe. And kids came to Dad and said, you know, if you want the truck, we'll sign the title over to you, and you didn't need to, you know, that was kind of a fool question for them to ask, but it's ours. So, been a rainy day, rainy Mother's Day, but you know, it's a good day. I'll show you the interior of the truck as soon as I can get in here. It needs a lot of work. Door panels are gone, dash pad's cracked, floorboards are about gone. I think I might have already said that, but you know, I mean, it's Dad's old 79. I can't tell you how many hours I spent in this seat here looking out over that hood, and you know, sitting there playing with the knob on the window crank. It's kind of neat, but I always remember this key tag as a little kid and that 4H sticker on the ashtray. Another thing that I always could remember was this metal 1994 Ohio deer tag. That's not going to focus in very well, but anyhow, we went to pick it up today, and I got to going through the glove box here, and I happened to run onto that. I also ran onto, if I can get it out of here, I got more junk out. This fella right here. You know, it's old and rattered and tattered, but it was a surprise to me. Oball Ford, Staunton, Virginia. And the story behind why this truck was bought in Staunton, Virginia instead of somewhere here in southeast Ohio was because folks that had it were family friends well, actually the folks that owned the dealership were family friends, and they had it, and they actually bought 2 trucks that year, brand new 1979 they bought them. I left the back glass open. They bought this one, and they bought an F-350 404 speed that same year. That was a chassis cab, and that was the farm truck. But this one was always Dad's truck, from what I remember. You know, I mean, shoot, he had it, you know, since about 20 years actually, and then sold it, and you know, a little more than 10 years later, about 10, 12 years later, it's back with us. Still got the the audio Vox FM booster that he put in it. Got the Kelsey Hayes, I don't know what you call them, a pressure transducer type brake controller. It's got a line that goes from the, there's a T-block on the master cylinder and a line that runs in the cab and works that. All the gauges are in real good shape, and the speedometer actually. And towed it home and it was working. I don't know how much of that you guys just heard because I had my finger over the mic, but anyhow, I'll do it again there and there, over there on the light switch knob. A couple beer caps, you know. I guess that was the thing to do back in the early 80s. But the thing that oh, I guess you could say is the crown jewel to this truck. And you'll have to bear with me as I get the hood wrestled open. Is that right there, boys and girls? That is a 460. This truck came factory with one of them in it. It's not a swap. This is not the original engine, but it's not, you know, I guess you could say it's swapped in, but it's always been a 460. There was the original engine that was in it, and then there was a pretty hot 429 that Dad built and put in there, and that one met its demise, and this is the 3rd or 4th engine that's been in it. But I don't know. No, you know what? I'm not going to give it away right yet, what we're going to do with this truck. But all I will say is when we're done with the engine and when we're done with the transmission, it's going to be one hellaciously cool and hellaciously unique 79 F-250 two-wheel drive dually. So, anyhow, there it is, folks. More to come as there is.